Here we are watching episode 19 of Orb on the Movements of the Earth. We discovered that the leader of the naturalists is Yolenta. Let's see how Yolenta and Draka are having a dialogue. Let's watch it together. It's burnt. Okay. The Holy Father. No F way. Oh, at least even Asha is recognizing that. Eh. Yeah, were you there to see that? They should act like that because you are evil. Yeah, but then if something went wrong. The clergy is gonna disappear. It's gonna change. Oh, Asha. Fortunately, there's someone with the logic. Oh, good. That this is true, but you don't have to die for the church. Oh, you was spitting on him. Yeah, that was when Schmidt intervened. Mm, 25 years, or even more. Yeah, because no, sorry, at this point, 35 years. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's Rafal's father. But then he repented himself. Yeah, exactly. I told you. Yeah, 35 years ago. Rafal. That's that's Novak. Ah no, okay. Yeah, yeah, that's Novak. That's Novak. And he still has the necklace. He's still thinking that his daughter is dead. Welcome back, Novak. Maybe if they tell him about the book, they will understand something about his daughter too. Okay, Novak lost his job and everything. Yeah. Oh yes. Ah yes. Okay, now I remember who Damien is. Think about it. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, hmm. He's not an expert of cosmology, but maybe he learned throughout the years. Oh, and that's the trauma coming back. Come on, Novak, think probably your daughter is not dead. Instead of keep drinking. No, that's not your daughter. That's not your daughter. Your daughter survived. No F way, no. It has to re-emerge because your daughter is alive. She's not dead. Ask. Stop him and ask. Oh, yes. Yes. Who's the leader? Yeah, so he's gonna meet his daughter. Violenta. Oh! Try to imagine who that woman is. Ah, no, because he was not there when the tooth. Yeah. Actually, yes. Yeah. Good job, Novak. Exactly. The movable type. Yeah. Yeah. And they will publish the book. Oh, yes, yeah, as much as you were a victim before, right? Okay, follow them so you will find your daughter. Oh, yeah, until you find your daughter, and then you will change your mind, probably. Because you will understand that they told you lies about your daughter. Wow, Yolenta, please. Yeah, I have a bad feeling. Yeah, that's honest. Smart, Drakat. In her case, yeah. Mm. Mm. And this is correct. Exactly. That's what I've always said before. Yeah. Mm. Many, many years before. Uh, the moment in which she saw that, yeah. Okay. Mm. Yes. She was 14. Okay. Oh, okay. for the moment before they discover Uranus and Neptune. Draka doesn't believe in God, but yeah, and this might not be a coincidence. I mean, yeah, but yes, uh, no, exactly. I was about to say, but I totally understand Yolenta. Yeah. Oh yes, even that in that case, absolutely. Yeah, she's right. Yeah, yeah, we have lots of limits. No, I think that it was helpful from both sides. Okay. I hope she's gonna tell her. I mean, yeah, I think she's gonna narrate what she read. Oxy. Yeah, it was like as if she was talking to Oxy, because even Draka doesn't have such an intelligent and specific way to say things, so it was like a good memory for her. Yeah, and you taught him, so wow. Yeah, definitely. Mm. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Let's keep wondering. Yeah. Yeah. Yolenta was completely right here. She was giving a good inspiration to Draka. As much as I was thinking yesterday, I think this dialogue was very productive. Because Draka could have had the chance to meet someone like Yolenta, who experienced lots of brutal things in her life, from the impositions to the domination to the way to escape away, the disillusion, the disappointment, the fear, the mistakes. I mean, Yolenta includes in her character experience, and it doesn't mean that experience means something good only. No, totally the contrary. Experience, most of the times, derives from negative things that happen in our lives. And I think that Yolenta could have given Draka great teachings by using a few words. First of all, I wanted to start from the end of the episode, because at the end of the episode is very essential for Draka to understand that if you wanted to search freedom, you have to be able to reach the freedom from convictions. And I also believe so. I mean, if you really want to be free, and this is something very difficult to reach, you should be able to detach yourselves from all the convictions you have and be ready to have those convictions be dismantled. Once you're ready to do that, you're free for real. Maybe especially in the moment in which you realize that what you have always believed so far was wrong, and you were following those wrong things throughout the years, throughout the decades, by being stubborn to believing those. Yeah, in that moment, if you're ready to accept the contrary, and if you're ready to explore the world in a different way, yeah, I personally believe that this makes you feel free. Yolenta is right when she says, look, these can be a curse, because to follow convictions for so many years, you can be trapped into this cage that sounds like a curse. Because this cage gives you limits. Even Yolenta now is not ready to hear something else rather than the heliocentrism. So she is quite objective to realize that she escaped from a cage, That means the church and all the impositions from society of a certain type. But now she is confined in another cage, that is the heliocentrism itself. Is Jolenta ready to hear something else or another version of the things? Maybe not, because she was focusing so many years on one thing, so she is like a Piast, let's say, because even Piast was convinced for all his life to believe something, and then when somebody else arrived to demolish his convictions, at first he was not ready. But when he got the proof, yeah, he understood that he wasted his life going on reaching this goal based on his convictions. But he could have never reached the goal because it was all wrong. So Jolenta is suggesting something great to Draca. That means keep wondering, because if you wonder and you keep going on in your researches and you're not attached to anything, you can reach the goal somehow. You can reach what's right to do. And she is condemning herself by saying this because she is not doing what she is suggesting, and that's a pretty normal, that's a human, because even in our point of view, right, when we are facing something wrong, but we are suggesting our friends to do the right thing and we are the first ones to not do that. I mean, that was very nice. I appreciated that Jolenta could give good suggestions to Draca, like to not be involved with money a lot. She was telling her, look, yeah, I understand that money is precious for you, but I think there's something beyond the money. There's something that money can't give you, that is the curiosity. That's the same curiosity that she had when she was young, and when she also met Oxy and Badeni. That curiosity means everything, and the value of the curiosity that she had was more important than all the money that she could have had. I appreciated that Jolenta didn't want to gain any sort of money from the publication of this book, but what she really wants to do is to try to give a new interpretation of the world to the world, and that makes you understand that she didn't develop a materialistic mind to obtain money from a discovery. That was not even her, because actually Badeni completed this research without her, because they separated ways. But at the same time, I think that she's still stuck. Yeah, Jolenta committed wrong things, and she admitted to herself first and even to Draca. To admit mistakes, that's a good quality, because you're honest, you're true to yourself, and she didn't want to admit that she's perfect, that she does everything correctly. No, she was true, and I appreciated that side of Jolenta as much as I appreciated Draca in this dialogue, because she confirmed that she wants to be honest too. I mean, Draca didn't say, no, I don't care about money. No, she said, yes, I care about money because that's my conviction. And she could have had a person in front of her who can be honest as well. So this was a honest dialogue, and I appreciated that. You can see maturity and experience versus adolescence, and I don't want to say innocence, because Draca is not innocent at all. As a person, she has already developed a great maturity in many aspects, but she's still young. So she needs to go on living and create her own experiences. So I don't know if we will be able to watch these experiences in the future. I mean, in the next episodes that are even the last episodes coming. But I'm sure that this dialogue with Yolenta was very nice, and she was inspired by her words. Yeah, even Yolenta was inspired by Badeni's theories and by the researches and whatever. Even in this case, Yolenta could give her a sort of inspiration of something she has to do for her future. And I think that that was really nice. Another thing that I liked was the moment in which Yolenta said, "Please tell me the content of that book, because I wanted to get united one more time with my friends." And of course, she was talking about Oxy, because Oxy wrote that book and based on Badeni's researches and everything. And he even reported, yeah, that sentence that Rafael wrote in his notes. That means give it to Potoki, because I remember when Oxy was hearing these things and he was reporting these to Badeni, but Badeni at that time said, "Okay, whatever, I mean, I don't care about that." But Oxy was saying at that time, "Look, but it's written like that. And one day I can write this because I heard from you something like this. I mean, I can report this, give everything, I mean, give all the rest to Potoki, that is Rafael's father." But anyway, I liked that moment in which Yolenta could feel Oxy's presence while Draca was narrating what she read. And we needed to remember that Yolenta was the one who taught Oxy to read and write. And it was thanks to that that now they can publish the book. Think about it. I mean, it's like a circle that is closing. It's a rotation, you know, talking about planets and rotations and whatever. But it was nice because Draca doesn't have that sort of experience to narrate things in a elegant way, let's say, or as if she's an expert about these sort of things, as much as Oxy was doing. And she could find Oxy in her words, because even her way of expressing the contents of the book could remind her to Oxy's version of the story, because she knew that even Oxy was writing in a simple way, this book, and not in a sophisticated way. And so she could feel his presence there. I really liked that moment. Yeah, we understood from Yolenta's past that she committed crimes because she killed people, and she's not innocent at all. But I agreed with what she was saying, that is, my father, my friends were taken away from me because of the impositions of the church and society. And I'm totally against that. I want to destroy everything that is going on for so many years, and I want that the power that the church has finishes, because thanks to that I lost dear people. I don't blame Yolenta. I totally understand her vision of the things. Even if, as I told you in the previous episodes, if you condemn somebody because he or she used the violence, and then you also use the violence as well, then it's something incoherent. The risk is what she said at the end, that you escape from something, but then you are involved into something that doesn't change so much. Yeah, of course, to have a revolution, you can't stand still and be so peaceful. That's quite hypocrite, let me tell you honestly. Because in the world we live, even if we use a peaceful words, nothing is gonna change. So we should use a little bit of authority, as much as she's saying, But then you discover that when you use that, you are going to become like the people you don't like. And this is another circle that keeps going on, and that's the reason why the world will never change based on that, unfortunately. The other thing that I wanted to underline is Novak. Novak is back, and I'm glad for that because I wanted to see his reaction when he will discover that his daughter is still alive, because he really believes, of course he believes, that his daughter is dead based on what Anthony told him. And then you see Novak's approach to this new inquisitor who works for Damian, and Damian, was one of the novices that were working under Novak at that time when there was Oxy and Badeni. And now even Damian became really rude and brutal towards other heretics. So as you can see, the more you stay in a specific environment, the more the environment is contaminating your soul, and you become what you were taught. So Damien, unfortunately, lost the chance to think logically and think more, rather than the other men, the other inquisitor who freed Yolenta 25 years before. Yeah, that was a good one, and he did something good. But then we know that Yolenta created these naturalists and created this front, the Liberation Front. Is she going to believe that she will, by creating this Liberation Front, she can be free from society? Not so much. That's my personal opinion. I mean, in order to be free from society, you have to be free from your convictions, as she also said, but she doesn't do it. And to be free from the impositions of society is something majestic that it's very hard to make it true, make it real. But, never say never. Maybe in the world we live now, there will be some huge changes that will take to something unexpected. We are still hoping for that. I hope for that for sure. But going back to Novak, you understand how depression caught him, and you understand that he lost everything. He lost his job, he lost his family, and he's completely alone, drinking all the time to try to erase from his mind all the desperation he feels. But I think that thanks to the involvement he had now in these last moments with these inquisitors' questions, I think Novak is starting opening up his eyes and going back on surface. And this can help him to reach his daughter, to have a dialogue with her, to understand that the church, that he was a victim of the church too, because Novak believed what the bishop said. The son of the bishop at that time, Anthony was the son of the bishop, and he lost lots of time. Instead of searching for his daughter because he didn't know that she was alive, he lost himself. But now it's time to change Novak. I told you already in previous episodes, I wanted to give Novak another chance, because now, of course, he is against the heretics, because he thinks that Yolenta died because of them, because of Badeni, because of Oxy, etc., etc. But he doesn't understand that the problem here is the church. Because if the church didn't tell him that Yolenta was dead, things would have been totally different. So I can't wait that he has his personal disillusion about the church, about Yolenta, and see how he will react and what he will want to do. I have great expectations from Novak now. I wanted to see his face when he realizes that everything is still possible and that he didn't lose what he thinks that he lost. Okay, see you next time. Ah, no, wait, another thing I want to say. Those two naturalists, I think Fry and Schmidt, they are saying something suspicious almost at the end of the episode. I hope they are not trying to betray Yolenta somehow. Maybe once this book is written, they wanted to take credit of these, so they try to kill Yolenta. I mean, when it's about taking the credit for something, people are also ready to kill. They are ready to do meaningful things. So right now that Yolenta is the leader, and she thinks that she has the power to guide all of them towards the goal, I am afraid that something or someone might rebel on this, so that she is gonna become the victim of her own convictions. Let's see, because when there is the hierarchy, I told you, someone wants to prevail somehow. I really hope that they are not going to betray her. Okay, so let's see how it goes tomorrow with episode 20 of Orb on the movements of the Earth. Thank you so much for the support, and see you in the next video.